Okay, here's another example for you when both equations are in standard form, and in each equation you have at least one of the variables has a coefficient of 1, meaning this x, the coefficient is 1, technically this one's -1. So this process is a little bit more complicated because one of your equations isn't already solved for y or solved for a variable. So you need to look at both equations and say, okay, out of the two, which one is going to give me the easiest time? I want to get a variable by itself. It doesn't matter if it's x or y. And which one's going to be the easiest one to isolate, the easiest one to get by itself? And so if I'm looking at these, the easiest equation to work with is this one right here. And I want to get x by itself. Why? Because the coefficient is 1, and that means I don't have to divide by anything. So I haven't done any substitution yet, just to be clear. I am just getting a variable by itself. And I have decided to get x by itself. I could have gotten y by itself, but I have that -2 there, and that requires that I have to do extra work, and I don't want to do extra work. So all I have to do to get x by itself is to add 2y to both sides. Remember, you can't add 4 plus 2y. You can't add that together and tell me that's 6y because the 4 doesn't have a y attached to it. So I just found this equation, x equals 4 plus 2y. Again, I haven't done any substitution. Now is the substitution part. Why? Because I have a variable by itself. So I'm going to take this equation, and you always have to go to the equation you haven't done anything with. So this one I've already dealt with. These two are technically the same equation, just written in different form. I am going to go and put this in the first equation wherever I see an x. I'm going to switch colors. Whoops. So here we go. Now I've got a lot of arrows going on. So I have a negative. I need to write that. Now I'm going to do a parenthesis. What am I writing instead of x? 4 plus 2y. Okay. Plus 5y equals -10. Now I have one variable. It's the y's. So distributing your negative, you're going to get -4 minus 2y plus 5y equals -10. So combine like terms before you move things around. What's a -2y plus 5y? That's a positive 3y. Now you can add the 4. So I get 3y equals -6. And then you're going to divide both sides by 3. And you're going to get that y equals -2. So you just found the y value of your ordered pair. Okay, so now I got to find x. Again, you could go to this equation. I'll rewrite that first one. That was great of me to cross it out. X minus 2y equals 4. These two look messy to deal with, right? Remember, this equation here, that was your second one, just written in a different form. So I'm going to take this equation to solve for x. And wherever I see a y, I'm going to write my -2 because that's what I just solved for. So I get 4 minus 4, and 4 minus 4 is 0. So your answer to this problem is the point 0, 2.